Emotions are really high going into the Utah week. We have 2 weeks to prepare for it. We're taking it one day at a time right now. We're working hard as it is. Today was not an easy on a bye week. We're still going at it, and we're still getting better. And we'll be ready, and I'm excited and looking forward to it.
Kyle, individually, it wasn't as flashy for you as the Poinsettia Bowl, but would you put that Texas game, how you played yourself, near that level or at that level, as far as getting hurries and everything and disrupting them?
For me, I think I just did my job. On an outsider perspective, it might look like that I played better or the same as I did in the Poinsettia Bowl. But for me, I just went out there and did my job and just tried to play hard. And I think personally I played harder than I have in recent games or of all games I've played. But I think I can improve better and improve on different moves, different coverages, a lot of different things. So there's still a lot of ground to be covered for myself and the team.
Why are you guys as players being more vocal publicly about this Utah game? Because we're not used to hearing that from this side of the rivalry.
I think just because guys around here have been, I don't know what it is. I can't speak for former guys or former players, but I think, we're here to stand, and we're not going anywhere, and we're making it clear that we're ready to play, and nobody said anything negative or bad about them. All we've said is we're ready to play.
Kyle, can you talk about the play of Alani Fu on the other side of you?
Oh man, Alani Fu is playing unbelievable. He's picked up really kind of where Spencer left off from last year and is playing phenomenal. And he's fast, he's athletic, and he makes plays. And when you have a guy like that, you want him on the field. And the coaches in fall camp were trying to put pieces together, and they found a way to get him on the field, and it showed. He's made a lot of plays, and it helps out the defense a lot when you have a guy like that that's contributing like he is.
Kyle, the tone of the national coverage of you guys beating Texas is more Texas did something wrong.
Yeah.
Does that rankle you?
I just think it's funny. I watch SportsCenter just like every other guy does in college, and I just laugh at it. I don't really pay no mind to it just because, you just play with the chip on your shoulder, and I just laugh. That's all I can say with that.
After 3 straight losses to Utah, have you changed anything about how you approach the game personally and as a team?
No, I think we're going to do the same thing. I think defensively we felt like we've executed really well except one year. Execution was not there. But as far as our execution, the preparedness, and individually my preparedness, I think it's not going to change. I'm going to do the same thing. I do watch a lot of film, take a lot of reps, and try really hard. And I'm not going to do anything different. I don't think anybody else on our team is. It's just the rivalry game. It's just going to be a lot of emotion, and you got to control it.
Is that the key then, controlling your emotion?
Yeah, controlling it and putting it to a positive way instead of negative, like saying stuff and acting out when you shouldn't be. You should put that effort towards a play, and your effort should show on the field and not with the way you talk.
You come from a completely different kind of football country. When you
What do you mean by that?
Well, you just come from a different region, and when you,
as far as
where you grew up.
Oh yeah.
And so when you tell people back home about the rivalry, and guys, I'm telling you, this is a real rivalry. What do you tell them about it?
For me, I came in from a different region, but I feel like the rivalry from UNR and the Rebels is just, they don't like each other either, and I grew up around that, so I got kind of a feel for what a rivalry was like, but nothing to what it's the BYU Utah one. It's like a tradition. It's the Holy War. It's it's everything that everyone talks about. It's the thing in Utah, and it's cool to see the fans get excited about it one game, and it's going to be a lot of emotion in the game. It's going to be fun. I can't wait.
Do you have friends on the Utah team? And if so,
No, I don't.
No friends at all?
No.
No acquaintances or anything?
No.
Because I know that there are some that, they have friendships back and forth.
Yeah.
What's this week like in terms of stuff like that?
I don't know. I don't really. I have no idea. I'm sure whatever they have is cool.
Hey, Kyle, how did the win against Texas, how does it prepare you to face Utah?
We're keeping that as a building block. Virginia was one building block and the next one, and Utah. The bye week's another building block, and going to Utah week. So right now we're just gonna use this week as another building block and hopefully propel that into the next week. And I think it's gonna work out for us.
Have you faced the talent that Texas had on that offense, and you look at it and when you start breaking down film against Utah, is the speed of Texas going to help you to prepare you against a team like Utah?
It could possibly. I've watched Utah, and they have skilled guys that are fast. They have a running back that's good. They have a quarterback that's good, and we're gonna watch the same film everyone else has, and we're gonna dissect it as best as possible, and we'll have a good plan set in place, and we'll be good to go.
Last game you had a couple moments when you're raising your hands up and getting the fans going. What does that make a difference at home? Having all those guys
I
supporting you
don't
and
think
everything?
it's necessarily just pumping my hands, but for me individually, I think it's just fun to. You're playing a game. You got to have fun, and a lot of people get caught up in the business side of it and need to understand that you have to have fun, and that's all it is. Nothing out of anything except I'm having fun out there.